All right, I love Monday. I never have problem with Monday. I think a lot of people go to work who is fretful with Monday, but for me, Monday is a beautiful day as Friday. What a morning! I should have just stayed with my learning in French instead of follow the politics. I tell you, what a crazy morning. Listen, the news this morning is not the greatest news. Okay, obviously, if you follow politics and follow President Trump case, it's just very sad overall. Um, and in reality, I hate to say it, but it's just not feasible that President Trump can focus with his legal matters at the same time running a successful campaign. Okay, nobody denied that he was a good president. Nobody denied that his policy works. Unfortunately, that January 6 days, I mean, it create many, many miserable demise for many families, including President Trump. And now he got like so many indictment behind him. It's just impossible to at this point to even hope that he's gonna win. So I'm like I say, I am a very realistic person. I say, why don't we just focus on, maybe it's best in the best interest, not just for us, the best interest for the president is to withdraw his, you know, candidate as a candidate for presidential because it's just impossible that he can do both. At this time, I don't even think he's gonna win because it's just way up in the air, toasting in the air. And I even asked a legitimate question: what if President Trump wins the primary and end up being convicted? So who's gonna be next on the ballot? Is it the next person who received the most during the primary election? How does it work? Some people get really rowdy, especially the Viking. You know who the Viking are. They would just call me all kind of names and access this, access that, and treat her this, treat her that. Listen, people, vote whoever you want. I'm just a voter with opinions that like, hey, why don't we face the fact? You know, then we have this thing, the first candidate, the first debate, everybody, I mean, it seems like Fox News totally promote this guy Vesmic. You know, he's young, yeah, he has a lot of energy, but he's totally inexperienced. You know, with the arrogance attitude, and then you people promote it like this is such a healthy behavior. No, it's not. Our country is in so much trouble. It's almost like a joke, but you people don't take it serious. It's almost like this whole thing, presidential election thing, is like a game. And the reader behind the background, ooh, prison, prison. So what? Prison for what? For me? You know, for what? For what is the charge? You know, you people got cut lines. Okay, there was even a pin that say, "If God let you live through their lies, which you guys are lying, then God will give you plenty of blessing back." Now I don't know who this God is, but I know my Lord Jesus Christ. He never talked about wealth as blessing. You know, but I know whatever I need, He will provide it for me. The problem I have is this: everybody has entitled to your opinion. You have yours, I have mine. Let me have mine. You don't have to read mine, but you all at the same time, you don't have to assault me, harassing me again, because it's freedom of speech is free. Okay, I never have any ill will intention on President Trump. I'm more like facing the facts. Okay, and the facts is really harsh reality. His his court date is right next to the next day, Super Tuesday day. Okay, he doesn't have one case; he got four cases. Not to mention his civil case. So he got plenty of cases on his calendar, which is forget about being a president for any human being. It's just way overwhelmed. And it's not like our country is in the good stage. The same thing with Mr. Biden. I mean, he also got case building up against him right now. It's just not as bold or indicted yet like President Trump. But the Republicans, they know exactly what they're doing too. And the last witness is the one that he got fired, is gonna testify, right? So the whole thing is a mess, and I think honestly, right now, the way I feel it, I'm speaking with me, and based on the videos and the posts, people are ready to let go of President Trump and also President Biden. They're just tired, you know? This whole circus thing is just too much. I think it's time for President Biden to retire. If there's anything going on with him legal, then he will find out from the Republicans. But meanwhile, seriously, I think that it's time for President Trump to kind of let it go, uh, focus on his legal matters, win them all, and then come back. That way you're free. They cannot talk anything about you. You straight up, you focus energy. And to me, everybody wants America first. Everybody wants make America great again. But everybody tried to condemn Vice President Pence. It's crazy. You know, Trump with Pence, Pence with Trump. The only thing that separated is the last day of the last event, really incident on January 6th. But if the people willing to read up about it, research about it, instead of just listen to rumor, gossip, video here, this and that, they know the truth that the Vice President Pence didn't do anything wrong. He basically just did his job based on the law, the rules of law, the constitutional law. He followed it. So that, to me, that's a man of integrity. So if you people are so into President Trump, then why not promote Vice President Pence? Because we know right now President Trump, chances are very slim he could even come back as a president. Because with all the legal cases, we don't know. I'm not wishing bad thing on him. I want the best for him and his family. But let's face it, we're only a few months away from primaries, and we're only a few months away from the general election. The question is, do we want to be focused on just the candidate, or do we want to focus on our country? You know? And it's sadness to see that President Trump has to go through so much. Like I say, no one can deny he was the best president. Okay? So many unfortunate events happened on January 6th. That day is basically killed the entire Republican Party. And we need to face the facts that now some of them have to face the consequences. I don't know the entire case, so I cannot go there. But what I'm saying that, let's face the reality now. Chances are President Trump may not even be available to be a president. So here we are, everybody supporting him, go towards him, and he got voted as primary candidate. And then what? And then if he cannot fulfill that, so then Republican, how are you going to choose the next candidate? The one that got the most voted on the ballot, on the primary, or how does it work? It's a very simple question, but everybody gets so excited. Oh, you bitch. Oh, you evil. You Satan. You this, you that. Oh, you're going to go to prison. You this, you that. Oh, there's a case that we've been investigating for 9 years. Well, I don't know what case that is. Certainly not my case. But I don't know what kind of investigation you people have to put me naked online. So that's another story. I'm not even go there right now. But the fact is that sometimes we need to pause and face the truth, even though we don't like it, you know? And it bothers me. Why it bothers me? Because a person who do the right thing always gets slapped. Like Vice President Pence, you know? The rumors out there, they're condemning him. Oh, he's not going to be the one. He's not going to get voted. Oh, I won't vote for him. Oh, he's a betrayer. He's this. No, he's not. If you honestly say that you respect President Trump's policy, yes, then you should respect Vice President Pence's policy, because they are the same. They're equally the same policy. They're equally the same practice. They work together so well that made the country work with economy, protect our borders. They're dealing with, they're taking care of the military. They do it together as a team. But now, if it's not Trump, you try to put on this new kid in town who's so arrogant. And my question to you people is, what's behind this kid here that you people so much into promoting him, while you have Scott? If you don't like Vice President Pence, that's Tim Scott. All these people who has, or even Nikki Haley, who has the experience. But the most qualified candidate very, I mean, it's very black and white. It's Vice President Pence. But yet, you people don't give him any opportunity for him to get out there on Fox. I mean, Fox is like, keep pushing this little kid, the new kid in town. The question I'm going to ask you is, what's the agenda behind it? What is the agenda behind that kid? Okay? And at the same time, how do you know he's not half and half? Because he received the funding from Soros, never disclosed it. Is that another facade? I'm not accusing him of anything. I'm just saying it's a simple question. It's an honest question. Because the first thing you want is an impression of that you must trust the candidate in order to vote for him, right? I don't find him that trustworthy to me, because something as simple like that he cannot even disclose, how could you expect something major? And then it's almost like a comical now to watch all these well-respected, speaker, I mean, and just lift this new kid in town of the block like the king of the ward, when all these qualified and candidate got ignored. It's like, do you want to win or not? If that's the case, let me just go vote for the for the Democrat, because it's almost like it's a joke. This whole entire thing now, it's like a game. It's like playing the game to see who's win. America's in trouble. Vice President Pence said perfectly. If you really listen to his speech, instead of condemning him, what went down on January 6th, you would have more high regards and respect for Vice President Pence. I'm not saying that you should vote for him. I'm just saying that, do you want America better? To save America, that you send out those messages? If you do, then do the right thing. Don't just put that kid out there like he's the goddess of everything. Start sharing everybody equally. Have the interview of Vice Pence, have the interview Nikki Haley, have the interview Tim Scott, have the interview DeSantis. Do it equally. But you people just like, only this kid. And it's just like, oh my God. What's behind the agenda of this kid? Is there something else that the public doesn't know? But you don't want us to know? You're using us as a puppet again? And if anybody say anything, jail, prison, jail, prison. Oh shit. Does everybody have to go to prison because of the election? And then no one can even answer the honest question. No one denied that President Trump was a great president. And if he ever come back, we believe that he can do the job. Unfortunately, we all know that all these legal cases will put him in trouble, that chances are he may be convicted. Okay? So the question is, the honest question I'm asking is, if he is the winner on the ballot, yes, with the Republican Party, and if he is convicted, then what happened to the Republican Party? Who will be the next candidate? Are you guys going to have to re-vote again? Or are you guys going to pick on the next available candidate who has the highest vote after President Trump? These are legitimate questions. These are not betrayal. These are not not being loyalty or whatever. And then, you want to continue America first. You want to make America great again, but then you don't want Vice President Pence. He and President Trump designed these policies. They work together as a team. So my question to the Republican Party, the people who consistently promote this individual, the new one, with inexperience, no qualification, the only thing he knows is Wall Street, okay, give him that. He make money on that. But how he's going to help our country? It's all he knows is Wall Street. So it's not sound like an establishment again by itself. But yeah, oh, I am against establishment. But yes, Steve Ford was behind him. Oh, I'm 100% behind him. I think I give or take, he's the best one. But when you Google on fourth things, they still think China is the best place to do business. I don't know. So don't send a different message to the audience that you are for America, but in the background there's something else. How do you expect us to trust that? I mean, right now the three candidates, not even DeSantis qualify, and he's already a good governor. But the three candidates truly can be qualified is Pence, Haley, and Tim Scott. That's it. Because why? They're all involved in that environment already. They already worked in that environment already. DeSantis is great, but he's only a governor. He's not at that level on the national issue. So if he goes in there, he has to learn everything again. We don't have time for that. Vice President Pence is the perfect candidate, but yeah, nobody wants to give him an opportunity. They keep pushing him down like he was the bad person, but he's not. He's a good person. A damn good person who do his job with his integrity, morals, ethics, and value. He earned the same credit as President Trump, partner. I wish if you really, Republican Party, if you really meant well to bring America back together and united us as one, it's Vice President Pence. But you don't have to vote for him. I'm just saying that's for me. But I'm just trying to prove the point that whether you vote for Pence or Mrs. Haley or Mr. Tim Scott or DeSantis, there are many more qualified people than that guy. And you spend all the airtime promoting the guy who inexperienced, all he has is just Wall Street, okay? Unqualified, somewhat arrogance. I mean, and you push it up like, bravo, bravo, this is what we want. No, this is not what the public wants. The public wants honesty, integrity, no more corruption, no more greed, and taking care of America like it's supposed to be. So I don't care if you vote for Nikki, I don't care if you vote for Tim Scott or Pence. Even I say Mr. DeSantis, as much as I like him, he's just not ready. Because in the current stage right now. But at least Nikki, Vice President Pence, and Mr. Tim Scott, they're all in it already. So at least they have some idea what's going on. They're in there. But out of those three, who's the best one for me? Is Vice President Pence. I'm not saying for you. That's up to you. Whoever you want to vote is your choice. For me, it's Vice President Pence. To give him a freaking break. Because, you keep pushing him down like it is his fault of January 6th. No. He's actually, based on the Constitution law, he did exactly what his job is. He has no authority, and nobody has authority. I don't even care who you are. Who has the authority to overturn the election result? So to condemn Vice President Pence is unnecessary. And then to use all the airtime to promote the utmost unqualified one, and misleading the audience, when the real one that can save a country are those three I just mentioned. How's that guy going to be able to run a country? Is that another pay-to-play people going to guide him, pull the string here, pull the string there, pull that string there? We hear so much about China this, China that. Look like people don't care. The people pay to play, they don't care. The people in the establishment, they don't care. As long as they have their profits. But the people like us here, we do care. Whatever you people make the decision up there in Washington, in the Capitol, is affecting our life. It's like we want to get out of this place, but we can't even get out. Everywhere's so damn expensive on the rents. Then you people laughing about the housing. Who can afford over 7% interest rate? You know? Let's be honest. I mean, these days $100 buy you nothing. You're lucky you come home with a couple pieces of steak, or if you like steak. If you don't like steak, you're lucky if you even get a few pieces of meat or seafood. I even have received a pin. They laugh at me. They say, "Oh, they look at my recipe board. Okay, this is how evil these people are sometimes. Oh, make sure that you post the thing that match your budget. Why? I cannot enjoy lobster. What is your business? What I like, you know." But my point is, whatever the decision made up in the White House, made up in Capitol in Washington, it affect everybody's life. Then you talk about entitlements this, entitlement that, lazy this, lazy that. That's another subject. I don't want to go there right now. But right now, am I upset? No. Frustrated? No. But I begin to feel a little bit like laughing at it, like comical, that these people don't take this presidential election serious enough. It's all about the games. Who's going to win at the end? What's the biggest money? So what is the biggest money reward if you win? Couple $1 million bonus? Is that what it is? On the back of the Americans voter? I'm asking an honest question. So if you're going to promote anybody, why not just give them all the fair chance, all the candidates? I don't even barely see Senator Scott. If they don't choose any of these people, like Vice President Pence or Senator Scott, Nikki Haley recently got up a little bit, just recently. But you don't even barely see those people too. So here's the thing. If you really want to promote anybody, be fair and place them all in. Give them all the opportunity. But if you really want to save America, start promoting somebody that is qualified for the job. Don't mislead the audience. There's nothing on that guy that I think he's qualified for the job. And America, just like Vice President Pence said, is in trouble. Pay attention. That's all I'm saying. I'm not being aggressive. I'm just being a very informed voter that tired of the system that everybody play the games. Why we, the voter, stupidly, faithfully following it, but in the end, we're the one who get hurt. And then if you try to express yourself, you hear the bullies from this group, they get paid to campaign. The bullies from the other group, they get paid to campaign. The bullies here, the bullies there, constantly bullies all over the place, but nobody listened to the point that I try to make. Yeah, I'm a caregiver. I'm a single worker. If she dies tomorrow, I'm on the street. That's the fact. I can only save for so long. Everything, since when the rent payment can actually match somebody else's mortgage payment. You can even take $100 to go grocery store and really buy for a whole week of food. We're empty already. Our last bill was $400. Now I don't know if they come in and steal it. No, I lose track. I'm no longer keep track of my grocery, what's in the refrigerator anymore. It's get to the point that you just whatever. But my point is this. These issues do matter to working families. You don't think this is a job? You think this is, this is entitlement. What part of entitlement is this? If I can get up and walk out right now, will she be safe? Do people play all kind of games, modify records, modify this, modify everything? But then when I share the true opinion, how we as the American worker feels what's going on, let me tell you, even we have the highest minimum wage right now, some like maybe Del Taco or In-N-Out, minimum pay is $17 an hour. One single worker full-time can never afford this kind of rent. How are we going to fix that? These are real issues in life, people. But you people are so rich, so wealthy out there, up there. Don't give a shit. Quick to